Hello and welcome to Race Tech Radio. Race Tech Radio is a weekly podcast based on racing and technology news. I'm Yannick Martin and alongside me is Justin Ritchie. You can read all the stories we cover at racetechradio.com. So first up, last week was the Speed Performance Awards and we have a few results of those 10 lucky winners.
Yeah, you didn't get to watch it, of course, because you don't have speed. But you know what? I would almost consider you lucky. It's somewhat low budget.
Really?
It's not the Grammy Awards where everyone comes out and they sit down in the audience and you get called up. It's kind of like they were behind a green screen at the Speed Report set, and they're like, okay, we'll just announce the category. They'll show. They had like this robot automated voice doing the like, who won and stuff. And I'm like, oh, it's just not good. It's not an award show. Like, I'm sure people would have showed up. Like, what was that motorsports award back a few months ago? Right? That was a big thing. That was for all branches of motorsport. But it just was really low key.
Yeah, well, it's just much smaller because it's only organized by Speed and it's a small event.
It is the first one, right? So maybe next year we can see better things.
Yeah.
All right, so there were only a few awards. It was only 60 minutes. So hopefully it will take us less time to do it. All right, so the first award was Best Rivalry. The candidates were Fernando Alonso versus Michael Schumacher, Sebastian Bourdais versus AJ Allmendinger, Ricky Carmichael versus James Stewart, the not MotoGP, that bikes, motocross, I guess. Nicky Hayden, Valentino Rossi, that's MotoGP. Penske versus Ganassi, which is in the Indy Racing League, and Lindsay Week versus Denny Anderson. That's Monster Trucks. If you didn't know that, that's one hell of a rival. Gravedigger and whoever. Anyways, and the winner goes to Fernando Alonso and Michael Schumacher. I think this is the perfect thing. That's correct.
Well, it's pretty much the only ones in the list. That I watched there, but I haven't watched the videos on that one though. But I don't know if you watched them all.
No, I didn't. I didn't get a chance because we're recording this early, of course. The other one I would have swayed towards was Nicky Hayden and Valentino Rossi because that was a close points match, especially with what Nicky Hayden's teammate did, but we'll get into that later. Anyways,
that was a good challenge between the two, between Alonso and Schumacher. It did give a lot of action during the season.
Of course, and it was Michael Schumacher's last season, Fernando Alonso's second world championship. It was the biggest rival in all of sports. Well, not all of sports, but motorsports for sure. Bourdais and AJ Allmendinger, did AJ even complete the season, seeming that he moved to NASCAR?
I don't know. I don't even know. But I don't think Bourdais and Allmendinger didn't have such a big rivalry compared to other contenders in the Champ Car Series.
Yeah, for sure. Again, with the Ricky Carmichael, I don't really watch motocross. Nicky Hayden and Valentino Rossi, that was good. I don't mind watching it, but it's not a great one for me to watch. I don't watch it too often. Penske versus Ganassi, that
was good, but not enough to beat the F1 rivalry.
Not close, not as close, right?
Well, all during the season, both teams were very, very close in the standings. But I don't know. Comparing two teams isn't the same thing as comparing two drivers.
Yeah, very true. And they just had to get the sixth competitor in there with Lindsay and Denny. Why is there monster trucking in the best rivalry award? That just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Is there even a competition in there?
Oh, dude, you haven't seen it? It's where like they line up, like one's over like on the right and one's over, and then they each go the opposite way, and they do like 2 jumps each, and whoever cross. It's like, It's retarded. It
I
truly is.
know.
How can they're not even racers? They're like, I'm not gonna offend people again because that just the damn people. It's like $15 for a ticket.
Yeah.
It's not a championship. It's
I went to see um that those kind of monster trucks once. It was inside though, inside an arena, so there wasn't much place. It was a bit of entertainment.
they're usually in arenas.
Yeah, it wasn't all
Yeah.
that exciting as it could have been. Good thing I got tickets for free, because
Yeah.
probably I wouldn't have paid to go there. But like, it was an entertaining night, but I've seen better.
Yes, it's fine for a good night out, but
Hmm.
it's not something that's a championship and you follow the stats on a web page if you can't get to a TV. It's not like they're nationally syndicated.
Yeah,
It's monster trucks. It's
it's nothing
ridiculous.
compared to the IRL or to F1.
Of course not. Anyways, that's for best rivalry.
Yeah, so Alonso and Schumacher won, and I think that was your picks too.
Oh, for sure.
That was my pick too. So we're all in agreement. Second category was best upset victory, and the people nominated for that was AJ Allmendinger for his race at Portland on June 18th, Johnny Benson for his race at Nashville in August 14th, David Gilliland on June 17th. That's in NASCAR, if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken. Penske Porsche on May 21st. Bobby Lagana on June 4th. And J.R. Todd on June 16th. And the winner of this thing was David Gilliland for his victory on June 17th. How he actually passed many of the other drivers and actually
Yeah.
won.
No one
Um,
expected him to win, and that's
yeah,
pretty much what this category is.
it has a
The big,
strange name. Best
it's
upset victory doesn't like
it's deceiving. You're like, what are you talking about?
exactly, but so I think it's really like the most surprising victory thing like that. The thing we didn't expect, I guess.
Yeah.
I would have called it the most unexpected victory or something like that, unless you
Yeah.
didn't want it to sound like that. But
Yeah. Who
um,
was your pick? Who would have you
my
chosen?
pick, I think it would have been AJ Allmendinger on Portland. It was one of his first races, and he actually won. So that definitely got him on the right track.
Really? Yeah.
What was your pick?
My pick would have been the Penske Porsche,
Hmm.
just because the ALMS is so dominated by the Audis that, who would have expected them to win? Not only
Hmm.
win, but 1-2 finish.
Okay.
So pretty impressive.
Yeah. So none of us are in agreement for this one, but it's a very strange category, anyways. So.
Yeah, it's a very strange category. It's like they should have either got someone that knew proper English to compile the title, or I don't know, best upset victory. Like it's like a double negative.
yeah.
Anyways, next category is the biggest hit. So we have Jerry Fuller, Joey Hand, Steve Kinsner, Johnny Graves, I don't know why I can't say words, Catherine Legg, or Kelly Sutton. And the winner goes to Catherine Legg.
Hmm.
Now, that was a massive hit
Oh,
she
that
took.
was crazy.
That was ridiculous. So pretty much as she was coming into the turn, her rear wing flipped off. She didn't notice it. She went into the turn as if she had traction and downforce, and boom, hit the wall.
And the
Pretty
car
much
just completely destroyed. There was nothing left except for
completely.
the cockpit. And she got like rushed to the little track hospital, and she actually was right. All right.
Yeah, all
Like a
right.
few
And she was
minutes after,
smiling.
she just came out and saluted everyone and smiling and all, and she actually got out of there without any problems, and that's something great for the accident that was.
Amazing. That really says something
Mhm.
for the security in
Oh,
Champar.
that's for sure.
And she said she would have raced if they had another car. She would have raced. So definitely one fearless chick.
Of
That's
course.
crazy. Which one would have you chose?
Oh, the Catherine Leg was my pick for that one too.
I would have too. But the other one I really liked was the Joey Hand crash. I saw that when I was watching the race, and he got like 150 feet distance.
Which one was it?
The BMW hit the.
Oh, the
He,
BMW that just went flipping like crazy?
yeah, he did like
Oh.
7 barrel rolls in the
Yeah,
air.
that was one crazy accident. Okay, that two top picks then.
Yeah,
Catherine Leg and Joey Hand.
that was
Yeah, there we go.
ridiculous. Anyways, next award.
That was crazy. Next award is the Oops Award.
Oops award.
Yes, the Oops Award. The people that was nominated for that, there was Elliot Sadler, Mario Dominguez, Danny Pedrosa, Gene Simmons, Brian Vickers, and Rusty Wallace. And the winner of this category, Brian Vickers.
But of course.
Mm,
That was quite a huge mistake on his behalf. He
yeah.
took out the 2 leaders, and it pretty much took them right out of the chase race, the
Yeah,
point
so
race.
that was
Ugh.
the one where Brian Vickers was third, I believe, and was it? Yeah, it was it. I
Yeah, it
think.
was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was first, second, and third.
Okay. So the two first people in front of him were just battling out, kind of, and as the second one was making a move on the first driver, he just like clips the end of the second guy, and then the two first people just get out of the picture, and he wins. That I don't know.
It's it was terrible. Like I watched Wind Tunnel
Hmm.
after that, and you should have heard all the people ranting and raving how stupid he was and all
Yeah.
that. Uh,
It wasn't
but
a good move.
that's racing.
Yeah, but
It's kind of like what you did to me, right? He thought he was
what?
going down. You remember he thought he
Yeah,
was
but you
going down.
the
He went
difference
after him.
is it looked intentional though. In NASCAR, many things
It
look
did.
intentional though, but
Well, of course, they're very clunky cars.
yeah, but I
Uh,
don't know. The way he just moved onto the back of the second driver, it just looked as if he really wanted to take them out to take the win.
I'm surprised he took both of them out. I'm like, whoa. Uh, Anyways, what was your pick?
I guess that was one of the picks because of the controversy, but my real pick I think was Danny Pedrosa, how he took his teammate out of the championship like
Oh,
that.
that mine too. That was ridiculous. Oh,
Twice he tried to pass him on the same corner. The first time he kind of touched his teammate, but at least nothing came out of it. But the second time he just came in too fast,
yeah, took the rear right out from underneath Hayden.
and it just took Hayden out. And I was like,
Uh,
"What are you doing?"
and that it would be fine if it was just another race. But
Yeah, another race for another racer, but one, it's his teammate, and second, his teammate is battling for championship. And you're
yeah,
like, "What are you doing?"
ridiculous.
Totally.
The other funny one is Gene Simmons. He was on Wind Tunnel and he called Dan Weldon
An
American.
American.
And then what the hell? Dave Despain. He was like, Dan Weldon's American. And he's like, "Oh, I see. You're trying to play the game. You're trying to twist it around." And he's like, "No, it's just a correction, not an accusation."
Yeah.
That was funny.
Like,
And
the
that
guy just simply corrected Gene Simmons, saying he was Brit, and Gene Simmons totally didn't take it. He took it totally as an insult, and I don't know why. He's just fucked up, I guess.
oh man, he was pretty upset. But that was funny. I found that very funny, and
It
somehow I
was.
missed that episode. I really like that show. I can't wait for Wind Tunnel to be back.
Hmm.
Once the racing season is back, of course, then that will be back in the full swing. All right, next category is Tell It Like It Is. So pretty much kind of whoever told the truth, I guess you could say. The biggest
Oh,
rant, you could
yeah,
call
it's
it.
how they actually were direct in the statements.
Yes. So the first one, Marco Andretti / Danica Patrick about Cheever, right? Carl Edwards, Robin Miller, or Robert Yates. And the winner goes to Carl Edwards. Well, pretty much. Isn't that the one where Tony Stewart he flipped him or something like that? He flipped
Yeah, they
him the
kind of
bird, right?
yeah. Tony Stewart was all that happy about something, and then they got into contact, and then they started ranting about each other. In my opinion, that was really cheap kind of stuff. It didn't deserve the win, in my opinion. That
Of
was my
course not.
pick. The Marco Andretti Danica Michael thing against Cheever, that wasn't too bad. If we recall, Cheever took out Danica and
If
Marco.
we recall,
Yes.
of course we recall, what a moron. What? He's like, how can anyone drive like that and expect what? I
uh,
didn't see you. That's just ridiculous. Like
Cheever's
Marco said,
just.
he's like, if he didn't see him there, he doesn't belong on the track.
Mm, Cheever
Like,
didn't really belong on the track. He can't even drive. As I think, was it Michael or Marco that said it, that he can't, like, he doesn't want to be beat by a 19-year-old, so he took him out instead.
I would think that's his dad, Michael.
Yeah, it's just stupid. His
I'm
dad, his dad actually has a grudge against this guy. He said, Michael said that Mario and Michael actually had stuff with Cheever, and now he goes against his son. It's just, I don't know. Cheever's just not
Cheever or Cheever Jr. was the initial.
whatever. It's just the same family, same guy,
Okay.
same name.
All
But
right.
it's just, I don't know. They just suck on the track. They don't belong there.
Yeah. So what would have been your pick?
My pick really would have been Robert Yates, though. That was so funny when I watched the video. It's an interview about his team. Like there's this girl, the reporter, who just asks him, "How do you find your team?" and stuff like that, and he just says he sucks. The team sucks, and it's all no good and everything. And that man, I was laughing my ass off how direct he
Uh,
was against his team. He totally like ditch his team saying we suck, and then the girl asks him if he has fun at the tracks, and he says no. There's absolutely no fun at the track. I hate this
oh
thing,
man,
and I was just, man, that was so funny.
that was great.
Oh,
Same
priceless
with me.
moment.
That one was pretty funny.
He was
Also,
just so direct. It was so funny.
but Robin Miller has done a few really great
Yeah.
rants. He's done them on Wind Tunnel, and he's also done them on the Speed Report. He's a very angry man, that Robin Miller. All right. Well, the next award is for
Um,
Temper,
yes,
the
temper,
Temper
temper.
Temper Award.
Those people who just lose it all on the track or outside of the track. The people nominated there, well, we don't have all the names, but the incidents implicating GC France, the one implicating Danny Lazowski or something, and then Danica Patrick.
When
After
she
that,
ran out of fuel.
yeah, Paul Tracy and Alex Tagliani after their crash, which was a big controversy at that race,
Huge.
and Mike Simcoe, and the winner of that award was Mike Simcoe. I don't even remember what Mike
You
Simcoe
know
did.
what? Mike Simpo was that guy that no one ever heard about at the late model race somewhere in bumfuck Kentucky. And what did he do? He ran, he drop kicked the guy's
Oh
windshield,
yeah, yeah.
he threw his helmet, and then the
Uh,
guy jumped out and they started tackling each
it
other.
was very funny stuff, but
Very
it
funny.
was really out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
I don't know. It,
It, to me, and it was funny because they were listening to the announcer going, "Oh, they're attacking each other," but then David Hobbs did the announcing for it for
hmm
Speed. He's like, "You know what? I've been announcing for years. I'll do it," and it was funny. It was really hilarious. How he's like, "Oh, they're just missing their contact." It was very funny. So
It
what would
was
have been your
it was a
choice?
funny event, but I guess my picks were more of the JC France incident and the Paul Tracy and Alex Tagliani incidents.
Yeah.
Those were two spectacular fights. In the JC
Well,
France, well, kind of, it was funny.
spectacular. Come
Uh,
on.
for those kind of drivers, I don't know.
Yeah. The
For the JC
Daytona
France
prototypes.
thing, there was the prototypes race, and two cars collided, and after a little while, the two drivers just came out and started beating the shit out of each other. Uh,
They're terrible fighters too. The guy
yeah.
trying to lift his leg. It's like, oh man, what are you
Did you
doing?
ever see that F1 fight between two F1 drivers? It was back in I think in the 80s, and this guy just throws a kick in the air. It's just so funny, man. Did
I've
you see it?
never.
I'll have
Well, I
to
guess
show
they
you
have
that
limited
once.
visibility with their helmets,
Yeah.
right? So they're just kicking into the air. Mine would have been Paul Tracy and
Yeah,
Alex Taglioni.
that
First
was
off,
something
that
special.
crash was
Oh man.
retarded. What was Paul Tracy
Paul
thinking?
Tracy simply misses the turn, goes into the like
Turn off
extra
area, run off
exactly,
area.
turns around and goes back onto the track without even actually looking at what he's doing. And Alex Tagliani turns the corner at the same time, and they both like they run in,
T-boned them.
yeah, they
Right.
run into each other, and man, that was crazy.
That.
And
What
after
was
that,
he thinking?
I
He didn't
know.
even look. He's been
Paul
in racing
Tracy
for how
last
long?
season has done so many stupid things. It's ridiculous, man.
So many.
Yes.
And in the end, they ended up fighting. And you know what's funny? Champ Car on
hmm
the broadcast, they didn't show that.
No, well, they
They
showed
didn't show
just
that.
a bit though,
That's
but
that's
it,
why their ratings are down. They
it
don't even
was in
show
the
the controversy
yeah,
that's
it
happening.
was in the news for like over a week after that. It was
That
funny
was great
stuff.
stuff.
Oh
I
yeah,
think Paul Tracy would have kicked his ass.
he did though.
He did, but I think if they fought, Paul Tracy
Mm.
would kick
Well,
his
they
ass.
did fight.
No, but he had his helmet on and
Yeah,
you
well,
know. But
Tracy's not the first time he fought that year. Well, maybe that was the first one, but then he fought with, well, kind of fought with Bourdais. They kind of banged helmets and shit. And then after that, Paul Tracy just did so much shit with all his stuff there. I don't know. It was a,
he's a funny guy.
he
It's
is a
fun to
very
watch
funny,
just to see what shit he does next.
very entertaining to say the least.
Anyways, that is Temper Temper.
Yes.
Next one is Best Victory Celebration. The nominees are Carl Edwards, Terry Cook, Kirk Busch, Audi Diesel, the Audi Diesel team for ALMS, Fernando Alonso, and Tony Stewart. And the winner is Tony Stewart for when he climbed the fence and he climbed down the other side,
Mm.
but there was no gate, so they had to like his team had to come get him. It was pretty funny. My choice probably would have been Fernando Alonso, just because they were so funny.
Oh,
You know,
it was
him
funny stuff.
doing the archer and the gorilla. It's
Oh,
like,
he had
oh
a
man.
lot of funny miming stuff.
Yes.
It was entertaining, but
Hilarious.
Tony
And he won
Stewart's
so
thing
many
was-
times, so we got to
yeah.
see it so often.
Tony Stewart's thing was good. It was nice. It wasn't the first time someone climbed the gate, not the gate, but the fence thing.
Yeah, but
we
did
know that
anyone-
Castro Neves actually always jumps on that thing and just goes up. But the funny thing about Tony Stewart is he went up, took the flag from the guy waving it, and then just
That was
climbed down to
hilarious.
see the people.
Yeah.
It was priceless.
It was pretty funny. So would have you went with Tony Stewart for the win?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You know what was really funny? The Terry Cook one. That was hilarious. The guy jumped out of his car in the NASCAR. Usually they like put a case of Coca-Cola on top of the car and then they give him one to throw around. But this
that
time it was
like
a Craftsman tool set.
toolbox. Do you think
So
it was
he-
full?
I would think so. He picked it up over his head
Like the Stanley
and-
Cup.
and he lost his right hand off of it, and it fell down his back and almost hit his crew. And he just looked back, didn't even think about it, and then he jumped into the crowd. But it's not like a dive; he like dived like vertically, so he was standing up. He looked so funny. It's like, oh man. The one thing I didn't get was the Audi Diesel.
Oh, yeah.
They kissed to the crowd. That was the best celebration.
Yeah.
They blew kisses. What the hell's that shit? That
It didn't belong all that much there. Maybe
Not
it was one
worth
of their
a
first
nomination.
wins, but like what? That
Yeah.
was an extraordinary, really.
useless.
Mm.
Well, next.
Next
Category.
category is best finish, and the people selected for that was Ron Fellows, Kurt Busch, Sam Hornish, Mick Rockefeller, and Valentino Rossi. And the winner of that category was Sam Hornish for his win at the Indy 500, taking Marco Andretti's win away on the final straight. So what?
That was great.
Yeah, that was
That
quite.
would have been my guess, of
That
course.
was an awesome move.
Beautiful.
Like
I,
everybody thought that Marco Andretti was going to win his first Indy 500 at his first season, 19-year-old kid, and then he's like, you see a little hope in the back. Sam Hornish following him, like,
he was so far back.
and then like in the last corner, he just simply gets the draft like crazy, and on the final straight passes him and makes it to like I think it's like the fourth closest finish in the racing league. It was just so crazy, man.
It was the perfect finish for him. Like,
Oh yeah, it really was a steal.
beautiful. And that wasn't that Marco's first time at Indy 500?
Yep.
Almost won it. Close. So that would have been your choice as well?
Yep.
All right. Next award was the Racer magazine, of course, Rookie of the Year. The nominees were Marco Andretti, Colin Braun, Dan Clark, Brian Clausen, Denny Hamlin, Robert Kubica, or J.R. Todd. And the winner is Colin Braun.
Who's that?
Who is that? You know, you may ask yourself that because who knows? Seriously, I have no idea. I think he's what the hell is that shit called? American Rolex.
Okay.
I think he's in a DT. Yeah, I think he's in a Daytona prototype.
Okay.
Anyways, I think this was ridiculous.
Oh really? Well, we don't even. First of all, no one knows who it is except maybe the people that actually watch that series.
And there's so many cars on the track. There's like, what, 45?
Mhm.
You know, the only people you really know is like Buddy Rice. There's like 4 drivers that you actually know. Other than that, I believe he does drive for Con Racing, though, or Crone Racing. But my choice would have been Robert Kubica.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Very strong debut after Villeneuve's
dismissal,
exactly.
firing.
Call it whatever you want, but whenever after what I think it was the Hungary, was it the Hungary race that Villeneuve crashed?
I don't think so. I think it was the one after.
Okay, well, whenever actually, Villeneuve crashed, was kicked out, and then Robert Kubica, the test driver, took his place, and that man is freaking awesome. He'd always be at the top
Ridiculous.
at the charts on the practice sessions, and when he came onto the track, man, that man was crazy.
Golden.
He finished third in one of his like top first 2 or 3 races. He qualified like 6th on his first race, on first qualifications, and then a few races after Nick Heidfeld finished third, and then the race after that, Kubica finished third as well. That guy only drove half a season about, but man, was that impressive.
Didn't he win Monza? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't win, but
No,
he
he didn't.
finished.
But he was pretty damn good.
Oh, he could actually. He defended well. Even Michael
BMW was
Schumacher.
awesome there.
Oh yeah, Monza was a great track for BMW. You know, it was a great rivalry for the other teams, including Ferrari and well, only Renault that I think they didn't battle out with. But
Yeah.
oh, great debut for Robert Kubica.
No one saw it coming either.
No.
You know, pretty much who even thought of BMW as a top team?
First
Really?
first Polish driver in F1, 41st country represented, and already I think it was like his 4th race he finished on the podium. It's just incredible.
Great racer for sure.
Yeah.
All right, and the final.
The final
Category.
award was the Speed Performance Award. Why did I say Michael? Mario Andretti Trophy was awarded to Jimmy Johnson Now, I have no idea how that was selected, nor who was nominated
Well,
for
I'll
that.
tell you how this works. Every other category,
Hmm.
people voted on, as
Okay.
in me and you, on the Speed website.
Okay.
Now, the Speed Performance Award with the Mario Andretti Trophy was voted within Speed.
Okay.
So everyone that worked there voted, and they came out with Jimmy Johnson because what do you know? There's a high concentration of NASCAR fans at Speed. Imagine that. So Jimmy Johnson won, and the Mario Andretti trophy was ridiculous. It was carved by some guy, and it was made out of wood. It was huge. It looked like amazing, and it had like all the different like little steps of Mario's and life.
Hmm.
So it's like when he was racing in this series and this series, and it was really awesome. I wish they had better photos of him.
Hmm.
I'll look around on Google, but I'm not sure if you can find them. But it was really nice. So that went to Jimmy Johnson. I'm
But
not sure what else you can really say about that.
I don't really know how he won it. Did Jimmy Johnson actually do something spectacular? Because I haven't watched much NASCAR last year, but
Oh, you haven't? I have
yeah,
no idea.
I watched a few races, but I don't know. It's
Really?
still
Full
funny.
races?
Well, not full races, because just
Oh,
4 to 4 hours and a half, just a little too long.
yeah.
But I don't know. It's funny. It's still funny though. Awarding a big driver trophy like representing Mario Andretti to a NASCAR driver. It's funny.
Well, it's not necessarily.
I know, but it's just
It's a
looking at
person.
how Mario Andretti's career was and how an awesome driver that guy was. Giving it to someone driving in a, I don't know, I don't want to be too harsh there, but NASCAR, to be honest, it's some funny sport because it's just, I don't know, the cars are undestructible. The
Well,
competition isn't like, yes,
okay.
there's different winners every race, but I don't know. Like we've seen in the I think it was in the best finish. I think it was Kurt Busch. He defended his first position. They just threw the cars everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
that was
crazy.
funny. Trying to cut the corners, cut the chicane. Who cares? You got to win. We're in
Push,
NASCAR, and then
and
he
then
tries to bang into him.
yeah,
That's NASCAR
they
for you.
bang into each other. They push people off the track. I don't know. It doesn't deserve the respect other series has and Mario Andretti has.
Yes, it's so true because look at Denny Hamlin. He didn't even race most. He the first time he raced, he's only played it on a video game, and he almost won.
Mm,
By the way, Jimmy Johnson did come in first last season. Um,
okay.
but still, who cares? I can't remember who said it, but NASCAR is no longer who's the best. It's who crashes last is the winner, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I find that very true because I can't believe AJ Allmendinger is going there. He has to get with GP2 or something. Like seriously,
Yeah.
NASCAR? What the fuck was he thinking? It's
Allmendinger,
ridiculous.
Montoya, Villeneuve
Well,
wants to get
Montoya
there,
had no
but
choice.
Villeneuve can't because
Yeah, Villeneuve's not even good enough to get into it.
he can't get the sponsors. His reason, so he started to decide to sing more. Uh, he's
Which
gonna
is
actually,
also a bad career choice.
yeah, he's gonna release a full CD in this summer, I think. It's gonna be
Man,
so funny.
I
I,
can't believe that.
this is so funny,
He's
man.
not even good enough to get into NASCAR. Not even NASCAR. He couldn't get into the truck series. That.
That's
Man,
funny.
maybe they hate the French. Maybe that's.
But I'm sure he
Any.
could have pleasure though in DTM. He has a lot of friends there, including Mika
Uh,
Hakkinen, Jean Alesi, friends and an old teammate. I think Hill is there too. So he probably could have a blast there, but I think he kind of wants to stay here for a bit, even though
yeah.
he lives outside. I don't know. He's fucked
Who?
up these
Where
days.
does he live?
He lives everywhere, man.
He does live everywhere. He should sell some houses and start investing because I don't see him working anytime soon. I think the flame has run out on that guy.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all for the Speed Performance Awards. that's all the categories. It was very low key, so hopefully next year it's actually like a ceremony, and
Hmm.
everyone goes, and there's a red carpet, and we get to see fucking like Alonzo sitting up front with, it would be fun if
Yeah.
it was actually an award show. But I don't know. If you didn't vote, that's too bad because I didn't either. Um, I hate Speed's website. Whenever I go there, it like does this little pop-up ad.
Mm.
Plus, on the right, it says like what's playing now, and I'm like, no, I want to see the current schedule, the whole thing. Their site's just terrible.
Mm.
Anyways, that's all for the Speed Performance Awards. If you want to check out the videos for all the different categories,
Yeah, they
you
all
go to
have them there.
speedtv.com/performance awards, one word, and everything will be there, so you can check out each category and the video that goes along with it. So definitely check those out. And also they have the Andretti Trophy here, which looks awesome. Anyways, that's gotta go see.
That's something.
It is.
Yeah, I think that's all for racing related things, I think.
It's a terrible thing, isn't it? Very little news. Very little
Yeah, but
news.
that's the off season. But soon, Mr. Soon enough will we have some racing crazy week stuff and racing results, and we
Oh,
will be overloaded with stuff.
we will try and keep this thing under a time limit instead of trying to get the most bang for our buck. Trying to spread stuff out. Anyways, first story is Amazon and TiVo team up. So people that have a Series 2 or 3 TiVo will soon be able to purchase and rent movies from Amazon Unbox. So pretty much you can, pretty much like how Netflix right now, they're
Hmm.
streaming it over the net. You know how Alex was like, I want a box that can do this?
Hmm.
This is the thing right here. You have a
There you
TiVo,
go.
you can download it and watch it exactly from your seat on the couch instead of like the Apple TV where you have to go to your computer, download it, and then watch it. You can download it right from your couch. So excited about this. Now, they'll have TV episodes, and those will be for about $1.99. Movie purchases will be from $9.99 to $14.99. TiVo is a hard drive, so you can store it on there. But I'm not sure if I would pay $9.99 for a movie like
The
that.
movies are a little expensive.
Those are the same prices as the iTunes movie store, right?
Yeah, but
But
can you download the movies and like burn them?
uh, no, because for
Like
iTunes, I think
you
it's
can't.
streaming.
But for the TiVo, you can't like transfer it to your computer or something.
You know what? I'm sure they have like a possible. I think so, because it probably has a USB port, right? So
Hmm.
you can put that on an external drive and then take it to your computer. I'm pretty sure you would be able to, but still, what are they doing? $9.99? Why do you have to pay $15 for a movie that you don't have in your hands, right?
Mm,
It's on a hard drive, which could crash any day,
exactly.
right?
The
So
TV episodes ain't bad though.
the
For
TV
example, a
episodes.
series that has like 15 episodes is gonna cost you like $30 compared to if you go to buy the box set, it might cost you like $75.
Oh man, Sopranos was like $90. Firefly was like 30. That's how you do it. Keep it low, right? But
Hmm.
people don't get that. They want the most money for each thing. Anyways, and you can rent movies starting at $1.99.
That's nice.
So I think that's good. And I believe you have it for a while. Like I think it's 30 days.
Wow.
So I think that's awesome.
Oh, wait.
1.99.
Rent movies, presumably 30 days to start, 20 hours to finish. So once you've
Yeah.
started, you have got 24 hours to finish the viewing.
I think that's awesome. I think I would rent them,
Mm.
and there's $2, right? Because my local video store charges $8, but if I go to the low key guy, he rents them for $4. So
Okay.
$2 American, which would be like
$2 is nice.
$3. So that would be awesome. And are they streaming? I'm pretty sure they're streaming.
Well, I don't know, because if you have 30 days to start, probably you probably streams at the
Yeah.
beginning, but it stores it in a temporary way. So you
Yeah.
say, oh, let's watch that. Boom, you start watching 20 hours to finish it, and that's all.
This is why TiVo's so awesome. Dude, can you imagine that? That, ah, now put podcast in there. There you go.
Yep.
There you go. No need for Apple TV.
Not now, anyways. We'll have to
Not
wait
now.
for at least the second or third gen for Apple TV before it becomes really,
Correct.
really interesting.
Yes. All right, next story. All right, I guess this one's mine. Microsoft to support OpenID. Bill Gates stated that he is, quote unquote, throwing his support behind OpenID. So OpenID is a way to have all your personal information on a single web page, like your blog, right?
Mhm.
And instead of, like, say you go to MSN and you want to sign up for an account, instead of it asking for your birthday and your address, it will simply ask for your website, and
Okay.
embedded on that website will have all your information. So pretty much you will type the URL and then type your desired username and password, and then pretty much it will work because you won't have to fill out huge forms, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you have the same logon, then that's where it will help, right? Because it's still like Microsoft tried the MSN Passport, right?
Mhm.
And single sign-ons like Google. Google has that through every site and subdomain they have, right?
Mhm.
And Yahoo with Flickr. But it's still like what I want OpenID to be able to do is pretty much you sign up at openid.net or whatever, and it registers your name
Everywhere.
or everywhere, like on every site, excluding forums, I would hope, because
Yeah.
there's how many forums out there. You know,
Billions.
they should get a core list of
And then
places.
you like tick whatever you want, kind of stuff.
Yes, that would be beautiful. And then pretty much, because my dad, he's not that great with computers, and he says, oh, my eBay account doesn't work. Oh, you have an eBay account? I don't know why my login's not working. He assumes that because he has an email address, that works everywhere. So this would be great because I don't know why, but he can't fill up normal forms. I don't know what the hell. But he has a problem with that. So if I could just sign him up to every site there is, I would do so, but that's a lot of time. So this would be great if I could just check off, yes, he's going to go to Yahoo's, he's going to go to, here, 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 and then your one login works everywhere.
It's not bad, but how much, how personal are the stuff you enter there? Because what will be the security for that stuff?
Yes, that is a huge question because, if it's embedded on a web page, how hard is it to retrieve?
Exactly.
Really, would it be embedded in the HTML? What
I
kind
hope
of
not.
shit is that? It's not a subdomain. You give them like anorexicpillow.livejournal.com, and that's the thing. It's like, what do you mean? Just go there and so I don't know how they're gonna do it, but Microsoft's behind them, so
Yeah.
hopefully it goes better than their MSN Passport. I hated that thing.
Well, it's not all that bad, but I don't know. I'm not a big
Well,
fan of all the Microsoft stuff they give. I don't know, man. Microsoft stuff just looks like shit.
it
Uh,
does, doesn't it?
it's not very appealing, and I've never used the Microsoft search. It's just a piece of, I'll not continue, but
Everyone has
Google,
a search engine,
yeah,
really.
Google is the awesome one, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Oh, of course. I don't want to go to AOL and do a search and get like movie and audio links. I just want the thing I was looking for.
And Google's so simple. You go there and it's a search. You enter your search. It's not like you go to Yahoo and you have to, for example, if someone on a very slow modem, you have to wait like 3 minutes before the page loads to make a search.
Oh,
It's
that
like
main
direct.
page is huge.
Yahoo is just ridiculously bloated.
Huge. They're trying to beat everyone.
Hmm.
That's their problem. They're trying to do everything under the sun. You want to play games? Okay, well, Yahoo has it. You want news? You want music? You want videos? It's like, at least Google puts them in subdomains.
Yep.
They don't have the main page that is
It's
huge.
just links. You want to see news, you go to Google, you click on news, and then you'll have the news. Well, you
Very
now there's new options where you can like customize your homepage
You
and
can.
put all
You
sorts of
can.
shit. But like, who
That's
does it
personal
really?
preferences.
Yeah,
That's personal preferences. That's fine. But Yahoo, even when you're logged on, it still looks like shit.
mm,
I
I
I
hate
hope
that.
just Google buys Yahoo and does
It
something
kills
with
it.
them. Yeah, just stomp it. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Why even have a competitor? How
Yeah.
can they be a competitor? Who searches on Yahoo? It's
Apparently a
ridiculous.
lot. Those that don't like Google go to Yahoo.
Is Alta Vista still around? That
Oh,
thing
that's
used
a
to
good
kick
question.
ass.
Man, Alta
Dogpile
Vista,
used to
that's
be
like
awesome.
retro.
You know, like
Old school. Does that thing even exist anymore? Have you tried it?
no, I haven't.
That's something to look into. Oh, I haven't been there in years, man.
Yeah, Alta Vista's still up.
I searched like 4 times on there. Oh, simple though. They went the
I used
Google
to go there all
approach.
the time.
Wow,
There we
that's
go.
really Google-esque.
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
Oh, look, there's like tabs and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind
And
of
there's
nice.
like nothing bloated. Wow, that's nice. I'd take
Isn't
that
it?
over Yahoo anytime. Let's
Dude.
see. Race Tech Radio. Yeah, we're not even there.
Oh, no way.
What the fuck? Oh, wait.
Alta Vista
You're
found me.
there.
Yeah, I know.
And
They
your
found me.
ex-fellow is like 7th. And then we're not even there. What the? Wow,
Wow,
man.
that's no good. Well, oh well. uh,
Okay,
but
so,
Alta, pretty much find different things.
mm,
This is good because you have MP3s, right? Audios. Where
yeah.
Google, they're not allowed. You're not allowed to
Wow.
search for
You can
MP3s on
search
there.
for a hell of a lot of stuff on them. Wow, man.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I gotta use Alta Vista again.
I haven't been there in years and it's changed
The
like
only
fuck.
the only way they could get me though is if they have the little thing on Mozilla on Firefox in the right hand side. That's when I use it. Cause
I'm sure you can. Do you have it made it for that?
no, I have to find it. Get
Okay,
more
I'm
search
sure you
engines,
can
right?
simply change it. I know in Opera you can like change fuck all the stuff.
Ah, yes.
Like in Opera you just like type G, then
Yeah.
space, and then you write a word, and that search directly to Google, and that's
Yeah.
completely customizable. I've made it for the Merriam-Webster dictionary. I've made it for Wikipedia, and I'm sure you
Nice.
can put it to Alta Vista. You just find the search code, and then
Yeah.
you just add it to the little preference thing, and
You're
boom,
a big
you've got
fan
it.
of opera, aren't
Oh,
you?
I always use Opera. I like it's kind of like no, not Photoshop. Why did I say Photoshop, man?
I don't know. Why did you say Photoshop?
I
You're so
wanted to say
obsessed with that photo.
yeah, I haven't used it in a bit though. Anyways, I was gonna say Firefox. I like it. It has the Firefox idea. I like Firefox, how simple it is. But what I hate about Firefox is sometimes you just click on the link and it opens a new Firefox window, and I'm like, what? What the fuck? I just wanted one window, and that's the thing about Opera. You cannot have 2 Operas running unless you have multiple sessions running. And if you click on the link, it automatically goes onto a new tab, and that's what I love so much. I hate having so many bars on top of there. Just tabs, 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 and that's what I like. And one window for internet. So I have my stuff. I want to go into internet. Only one window, and it's just so simple. So you don't have to search all through your windows and stuff. It's all
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
one, and it's just so great. It's just easy to use.
I've never really had that problem with Opera. Uh, Firefox, I switched up the options, so now it doesn't do that.
Yeah, I
Uh,
tried so much changing stuff, and I don't know, it never worked. So I kept with Opera, and just that works well for me. So
all right. Well,
I use Firefox. That's cool. Like the default's IE, but I've installed the portable Firefox on my account.
yeah.
And college, and I just I use that all the time. It's funny. I use IE only for the IM when I log on
Ah,
to MSN sometimes, and then apart
hate
from
it.
that, I always use Firefox.
Are they running IE7?
Yeah, and man, I hate that. I can't find shit over there. Seriously,
uh,
like they've made it over light. It's just
Overlight.
yes, you have like the arrows to go back and forth. You've got the address bar, you've got the tabs, and you have no fucking idea what the other shit is.
I've never really. I
I
like
hate
the
IE7.
bookmark toolbar. That's what kills me. IE never really had anything great like that, and now
Yeah.
they're just copying other
Yeah,
companies.
like their tabs. Everyone has tabs except IE, and then oh, it's like everybody else. But
And it
that's a
took them
good
how
thing.
long to update? Oh man,
My computer
Microsoft
can't
just sucks.
update to IE7. I don't know. Each time it tries to update IE7, doesn't work. And then I think it would have worked the other day when it tried again, like for like the fourth time. And I said, nah, don't update. I hate it. So I just get IE6, 6.5, I think it is, something like that. And it's fine like that because I hate that the new one just looks bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, next story is
Yes,
all
what is
yours.
next? Oh,
The
the Apple
Flash
thing.
iPod.
Yes. I'm always the one doing the Apple news, right?
That's correct.
Alright, so Apple is prepping for an all-flash iPod lineup? Well, why not? You know how most of the big iPods are usually running on hard drives, actually hard disk drives, like the big ones there, the videos and
Yeah,
the...
with the spinning disc and the little
Exactly.
reader.
And well, actually, they've with well,
The iPod Nano.
yes, the
They
iPod
switched
Nano
it up.
actually uses a kind of huge flash. They call it a flash SSD or no. Nano uses the NAND flash, which that surprised me because I thought it was a small hard drive, and I was like, oh my god, I was fooled. But
Now the thing is, you pay more per gig with Flash.
yeah, because it's more. It's they say it's more expensive, I think, to create or something. But if
Yeah.
they create more, I guess they get to bring the price down. Well, so anyways, with that, we probably thinking that maybe Apple could bring the flash drives to their probably their second gen iPods, their second gen video iPods to have great
Hmm.
capacity because these things already go to 32 gigabyte
Yeah.
flash drives, and you could actually manage to boost it up twice again for 64 giger, and that would be nice actually, especially if they could put those 32 gigs in the Nano. That would be
Yeah.
clearly awesome.
It would
Um,
be.
but with that also they could, if they still keep some hard drive stuff, they could boost it easily to 120.
I think it would be good if you had a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, have you personally ever heard an iPod skip that's using a hard drive other than your Nano? Right?
Uh, well, it skips, yes, but I
You
don't
have
think
heard?
it was because of the hard drive. I think it was more because the program sucked. iPod programs really suck, man. Especially the older gens, like the iPod Photo, the gen before the video. That was one buggy iPod, man. I've had several friends have them, and they've crashed all the time. It's crazy. They don't
Hmm.
last more than 2 years, that's for sure.
I don't
A
see
year
the
and a half, and ooh, you're at the limit already. I don't know
I
why.
just don't see the purpose of, other than the mani- uh, mechanical parts moving of a
Hmm.
hard drive. I don't see any big problem with having a hard drive in there.
I know,
Why switch
because
it to flash?
they don't skip. But I guess Flash is well, it's
You know what you
smaller.
should do?
It take
You should put an iPod in one of those paint shakers and see
Yeah,
if it skips. Try and listen to it while it's in the paint shaker,
that would be
because
so funny, man.
that would probably skip the disc probably.
The
See,
RTR experiments. No,
yeah.
but that would be funny. But Flash
Go to
just
Home Depot with an iPod and be like, "Do you mind if I do an experiment?"
but the Flash stuff just first makes it like for sure you won't have any problems with a hard drive, so it won't scratch, won't skip or anything. But flash
Won't get
drives are
worn out.
smaller, have a smaller like they take less space. I
Yeah,
think
bigger capacity and smaller space that it takes
exactly.
up.
Just look at the shuffle, how small it is now, man.
Yeah,
They've only made a 1 gigabyte shuffle, but man, is it small.
it is tiny. But see, me, if they switched to Flash and it made the iPods like 4 times smaller, I don't want
Mm.
that. I
Well,
don't
I,
want
I
a
don't mind
small.
small. That's why I went to get a Nano the first day it came out, because I wanted this small, small thing, because I don't like having too huge stuff. But imagine if they get the Nano or something a little bit bigger than the Nano and introduce a wide screen on there, man. It would look so freaking awesome.
It would. It would. I still need to look around for a iPod video or so.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm thinking the Zune. The Zune is so awesome.
Zune doesn't look bad, but I don't
The
know,
Zoom
man.
screen. That's the only thing. I don't care if it's Apple or Microsoft or even iRiver. I just want the biggest screen. Give me the
Hmm.
biggest screen. But everyone's obsessed with how small it has to be. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Because I
Well,
want to watch videos.
I'd at
Videos.
least wait for the second generation soon, that's for sure.
Oh, it's gonna be so awesome.
Pretty much. But
Like
did you
they
hear
pushed
about
them.
the second gen videos? iPod videos?
No, I
They're
didn't.
thinking of getting kind of the iPhone-esque look with a
Oh, right.
widescreen, touchscreen.
Right. So they're
That
gonna
that would
do
be
the touch
nice, man.
screen, everything but the phone, pretty much. It's
Mm.
gonna be, you know what?
Dude,
It's
that
the
would be
same.
freaking awesome.
That would be
I
awesome.
would probably buy the iPhone-esque iPod video if that actually comes out like that, widescreen and touchscreen. Man, I think I'm gonna buy it. Maybe even first gen if it
But
looks
you
good.
know what?
What?
The battery life.
I
They,
don't I don't really mind battery life.
dude, 5 hours. What can you watch in 5 hours? Seriously.
Who actually watches their iPod 5 hours a day? Like
Well,
directly without charging it? Like in the
well,
bus rides are like what, 30
yeah,
minutes,
I
an
guess
hour?
bus.
That's
If you
cool
use the
if you're
bus,
waiting for example, a course. You have to wait like an hour or two at the most. But
you know,
I never use my iPod 5 hours in a row.
but it's not only for video, right? After you watch the video, now you're walking, you want to listen to music, right?
Yeah, but that
So,
doesn't take all that much. Like my
yeah, it
Nano
does.
can make it last for at least 4 days, and I use it quite often in the days. It's not all that bad. It depends what the people do about it. If they actually charge it fully, or if they do the fast charge, or if they can always charge it. Like they come home and they charge it. The more you charge it, the more the battery breaks down.
Yeah, I think my mini disc is totally dead. It's been in that cradle for like a year and a half.
Like
Uh,
my phone is just the battery's dead now. I charge it and it's not even charged anymore because I think I've overcharged it there. But I don't know. It's just old shit.
well, yeah, because lithium-ion batteries, they only have a certain amount of X charges and intakes or whatever it's called,
Mhm.
and so pretty much if you leave it on the charger, it will die very soon. Like my laptop, it's pretty much dead. The battery, I finally took it out. I took the battery out and just left it on the desk, but it's been plugged in for at least a year. Yeah.
Many chargers are lacking charge stoppers. Like once the battery's
Yes,
completely charged, it stops. Some things
charging
have
to
it.
the battery,
The
but I wish
iPod
it would
has it.
still light
That's
the
the thing,
back
though.
screen.
A lot of the i well the iPods actually have that integrated. That if it's completely full, like it does a fast charge, so it's
Yeah.
charged fully, and then if you leave it on any further, it's going to do the full charge, like the full cycle. But then once that's done, it's supposed to stop immediately. It's going to say it's charged, it's done, and it's going to just stop. But that kind of like kind of heats the charger and not the iPod. But they still say you should even then take it off. But it's
It's hard to because
yeah.
you can't have your stopwatch timed on how long.
Mhm.
It's not like an oven where it dings and now you have to take your
Mhm.
iPod off. So that's good that the
Yeah.
Apple is integrating that into their chargers.
Many products are lacking that option, but more and more products are getting it, and that's actually a good thing because batteries, man, it's the killer of any product.
Hopefully, there's that new technology of battery.
Yeah,
What
that would
Alex
be
was
nice.
talking about. Hopefully, that would come out, and then
Yes.
everything would be super enhanced.
Haha.
All right. Well, the last story of the day is first-person shooters can improve your eyesight. The
Hmm.
University of Rochester have come out with a study and
Mhm.
said that playing an hour or so daily is good for the eyes.
Hmm.
So their test showed that the subjects improved their vision by about 20%.
Wow.
But
Well,
the
there
thing
is a
is,
lot of details you have to concentrate on, and it develops more the sighting abilities, I guess. If we
yeah,
can
and
say it like
you have
that.
to spot things, and you have
Exactly.
to keep going. But the thing is, they said it is said that only hardcore first-person shooters like Halo 2, Doom 3, and Unreal Tournament were the ones that improved eyesight.
Hmm.
So not like Deus Ex where it's like Splinter Cell. You walk around and then you shoot. It's kind of like non-stop shooters,
Mhm.
multiplayer in particular. I'm guessing. So
Hmm.
that's something.
It is, but like who actually only plays an hour or so daily of those games? Seriously.
Yes, that's true. Um, but it's same with like Photoshop. Like if you're staring at one spot, of course your eyes aren't gonna do well. So you have to like refocus your eyes on a wall or something every 20 minutes, right? So I
Yeah.
think FPS, it's a little encouraging to play
It
FPS, I
is, but
guess.
like it's not as if your dad's gonna start playing FPS an hour a day
That's
just to
true.
help his
That's true.
eyesight.
That's true. It's not gonna uh,
It's just
bring
a little
people.
something to bring up maybe the shares of a few
20% is a
companies.
lot, though.
It's way too much.
20%, dude.
Kids, eat carrots.
That's a great PSA you did there. All
Alright.
right, so that is the end of the show.
Oh,
You
yes.
can once again go to racetechradio.com to check out all the stories we covered. Not a whole lot. We still
No,
haven't really looked at our schedule to see when we're going to be doing the
you have to do that
each
soon, man.
series. Yeah, I know. I've
It's
been
coming
obsessed
up.
with WoW this whole week.
Now you
Dude,
wow
I
freak.
I try to like I've never been into MMORPGs, but I tried it, and I'm like, you know what? They have a 10-day trial. I'm gonna check it out because Alex Albrecht, he was talking about it. And I'm like, you know what? I should try it.
The
So,
trial's just
anyways,
the file, man. It's just too huge for
it's
trial.
3 gigs.
3 gigs, man, for a demo. This is
No, no, no.
crazy.
It's no, no,
No,
no, no. It's
I
no,
know
no, no.
it's
It's
not a
the whole
demo,
game.
but if you
It's the whole
just
game.
want to use it for 15 days,
10 days.
10 days, if you really just want to
They
use it for
should bump
10
it up to
days,
15.
it's not really worth 3 gigs in my opinion.
But then you delete it.
Yeah,
Then
but
just
this is 3 gigs of your bandwidth a month that just goes away to like 10 days of
well.
MMO.
Oh,
Like
dude, it's
who
so
would?
worth it.
Yeah, but not for
Seriously,
10 days, man. 10 days. Like, what the
dude.
fuck can you do in 10
You can
days?
go on private servers.
Yes, but then after 10 days, what do you do?
Well, private servers, those are free.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but you have to
Like,
get on those private servers. How do you get on those?
you download a little program.
And where do you
Serious.
get those little programs?
Well, I'll tell you that later. It's at like wowstatus.net. And what it is the thing you're paying for on MMOs are the official servers, right?
Yeah.
They have the official servers that will never go down. That's what you pay for. The definite,
Yeah.
it's online all the
True.
time. Where there's private servers where you just download this little program and then you click OK, you
And
have
that's
like your
free.
favorites list. Yeah, well, it's
Oh.
illegal, I'm pretty sure.
What?
Well, I think they
Really?
pretty much banned them. Yeah,
Oh.
because what they are is they're servers that are private, and now you can go on your list and go, okay, connect there, and then you can play on there. So that is awesome.
How much a month is it again?
It's $15 a
Ugh,
month.
that's a lot,
Oh,
man.
dude,
Dude.
Xbox Live is $100
A
a
month?
year.
Okay,
No,
year.
a year.
Yeah, and
And
wow,
this
one
is
game,
180.
one realm is
180.
100 a year, man.
Dude,
180 a
don't.
year.
One realm, you can create 50 players if you want.
Yeah, we
That's
have
the
to.
thing.
It's 180 per player, no?
Yeah,
Yes.
per account, per account.
Exactly.
Per account, you can have four characters. I have
Really?
two. And they're on different
It's not
realms.
each
They're
character,
different.
each
No, it's
an
not.
account. Wow.
No, dude. It's per account, so it's like if you want to be an alliance and a horde, you can do that. Like that's
Wow.
what I have. I have two guys, both. Well, one's a level 11 and one's a level 12. I know I've been playing nonstop for like shit
Are you
days.
still on the trial?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I think I'm on until Wednesday.
Okay.
No, it's 10 days, so it's
Wait.
probably until Friday.
You're gonna subscribe though?
I'm gonna try out the private servers, and if they're laggy, I'm gonna pay for it
Okay.
because I don't want to pay for it, but if I have to keep my character happy and alive, if that's what he wants, I'll do it. You know, he's so happy there. It's so awesome. Dude, I can't, like, I was hardcore first-person shooters. I never even thought I would go to MMOs. And now look at me. I'm addicted. It's awesome. You gotta get in. Like, I've already converted 3 people, and
Well, I've done
it's
already like 5 years of RuneScape, and I think that's been enough.
Do you play it that often?
I used to. I started, I think it was like in third grade, at the end of second,
Holy
beginning of
crap.
third grade, and I've played it for like 2 years, almost, well, a year and a half, 2 years straight. Sometimes I just couldn't get off of that. Just so funny. I've been a member for like three months, I think. But
Yeah, but
man,
Java looks like shit.
yeah, well, it's not like the original RuneScape. The new one isn't all that bad. It's just it's more
Dude,
3D, but it's nothing compared to WoW graphically.
I
But
tried
there
Night
is no
Online.
program to download. It's directly into your web browser, man. And
But
it's
see,
cheap. You can play free and have a hell of a lot of fun, man.
I played. I didn't have a hell of a lot of fun though.
Yeah, well,
It was
after a
too
while
much
it gets
wood
boring.
chopping, and then
Yeah,
I had to like go
it gets
and
a
then
lot
the
boring
wood was.
after a while. That's kind of why I kind of stopped.
That's what I love about WoW. There's like each like continent. There's so
But
many like
but
states
WoW,
within.
you seem to have too much stuff to do in WoW. It's just I
Dude,
don't know.
but you can choose. You don't have to go on quests. You can go, like right now, I'm just killing things and then skinning them, and
Mm,
then I'm turning that leather into coats, and now I'm getting skinning. You know, I'm getting better at skinning, and
yeah.
I'm getting better at making leather stuff, and now I'm getting like 2 silver for each boot I make.
Mm.
So it's awesome.
Well, you see the problem I have with MMOs. It's just it's so long. It's you can't just play and then stop. It's always developing your character continuously.
Yes, that's true, but that's the appeal to some people. You know, like
It's
RTS,
just
you
it's a
don't have to play.
way to addict your players to the game and always make them play because there's in a way always something there to do and there's never an end.
Well, that's good because you know what? I've been getting, frankly, I've been bored of FPS for a little while now. Owning noobs, you can only do so much. You know, like you own one noob, you've owned them all,
Try
really.
RTS, man.
I can't get into that,
It's
but I'll
cool.
try.
It's much shorter. It's you want to
Yeah,
play,
but
for example, a
it's not
block
the
of
time
3 hours or 4 hours. You play hardcore and then you win and stuff, and there's an end to it. You don't have
dude.
to go there the next day and then the next day to continuously develop your thing. It's
You
just
don't have to. I choose to because I only
you
have
don't
10
have
days.
to. But then what is the point? As if I do the 10-day trial, I build my banana and then there's nothing left after that because I
Who's
can't play
Banal?
anymore. Yes, my banana, my character.
Banal.
Don't you
You're
know
so.
Banam Carnaval?
No, I don't.
Carnival Banam, man. He's like in town these days. He's like owning up city, man. He's like
You're so French.
he.
Oh.
Hey, dude, shut up. He's a big snowman with a toucan. He's funny.
Okay. I
7 foot
think we'll stop
snowman.
there.
No.
All right.
We should put a pic of Banam Carnaval in the shoot shit. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
you
what
know
I'm
what?
gonna do.
Also, shoot the shit. Do you think, by any chance, could we get those videos viewed? Like, you
Uh,
could see the videos in this? Do you think
I
that's at
don't
all
think so,
possible?
no, because it's
All right.
really flash embedded in the Speed website. But there's going to be a
Right,
link to
right.
them, so it's
Okay.
easier
Yeah.
that way.
So you can still check those out at
Yeah.
speedtv.com/performance awards. Also, we'll put a picture to the trophy. That is beautiful.
Yes.
Anyways, so that's all for this episode of Race Tech Radio.
Yes. So if you have any comments, obviously, there's through the website, and there's racetechradio.com, obviously, if you haven't noticed yet. That's something you should have. And
Yes.
racetechradio@gmail.com for anything direct, pictures,
Yeah.
sound,
Comments, questions,
comments,
what have you.
questions, anything you can think of.
All right. So we will be back next Tuesday for you, and
Mhm.
we will see you later.